Hello and welcome back. It has been so long since I put out a YouTube video. I have been super slammed with all things business, which is a good problem to have. But I thought it would be fun to kind of show you guys in this video how I manage my TikTok shop, even though all of my things are now made to order. Because as we know, we have a 3-day get all the packages out deadline. A lot of people are kind of turned away from this because that usually typically means you have to have like products on hand, and that can be a little bit spendy. I'm going to share with you guys like kind of my process and how I'm able to make these shirts and get them out within 3 days. I actually was meaning to film this video like a couple of weeks ago. With the TikTok ban, I wasn't sure. I didn't want to put in all this energy and time into filming a video that might not even pertain to the future. So I didn't do it. I waited until this week, but I've also had a lot going on. Like I said, my business has been so busy these past couple of weeks. I went on a little vacation. If you guys want to skip this, totally fine, but I'm just going to do like a little tiny recap of the past couple of weeks. So my doodles designs on TikTok shop have been really taking off, which has left me extremely busy. I've been doing like 20 to over 50 orders per day, which is kind of crazy for me. I solely rely on social media for like marketing my shirts and stuff. So I will typically get like a video that does really well and I'll get like maybe a couple hundred orders, and then it kind of like slows down or dies off and I get like maybe 2 or 3 orders here or there and then kind of picks back up again. Now I've been getting like 20 to 50 plus orders every single day consistently for probably about two-ish months, maybe longer than that. Like I said, everything's made to order, so I'm literally pressing and making shirts every single day of the week. And also I had the amazing opportunity to go on a cruise with NurseCon. It's basically the ultimate nursing conference, which is put on by Nurse Blake. You can get continuing education credits, obviously have a good time on the cruise. We went to the Bahamas. I took my best friend on the cruise. It was super fun. We got to meet a lot of people from like all around the world, honestly. I think they said there were people from 19 different countries on the boat. It was a wonderful experience. I got to cross something on my bucket list. I got to swim with the pigs in the Bahamas, which has been on my bucket list for forever, and it was totally worth it. Favorite part of the trip. Recommend, 10 out of 10. So that kind of consumed like my beginning of April. I got back April 12th and got back in the grind of small business stuff. Immediately after I got back, my videos again were still doing well on TikTok. So we have a lot of orders to make and press. Okay, that was, I feel like, kind of a long intro, but I just wanted to give you guys an update because honestly, I think it's been like a couple months since I posted like a long form content video. Anyways, let's get started. I'm gonna try to make this as non-complicated as I can. Also, if you guys have any recommendations of what I should change in this process, I'm all ears because it's just me, myself, and I kind of came up with this, and honestly, don't know if it's the best solution. If you guys have any input, I will gladly listen. Okay, let's go. At the beginning of each day, I will go look and see what orders I got the previous day and kind of do like an inventory count of what type of shirts I need, what color shirts, what sizes, and I'll go through all of my orders, write that down, and know exactly what I have to order for that day. So right now I have like 2 boxes of shirts that I had ordered for all of the orders that came in on Thursday, I believe. Orders that came in a couple days ago before the weekend. So that's what we're going to be pressing today. This is kind of the start of the process, is that you have to order shirts every day. So now I'm just going over to my laptop and I see here that I have 67 open orders that I need to ship. All of these orders you can see came in on Wednesday. So these are all of the shirts I ordered that are in that box I just showed you. So I'll just go through and click here. It looks like we need a 3XL pink for our labor and delivery shirt, a 2XL t-shirt, a light pink for our NICU doodle shirt. And so I'll kind of just open these up, go find the blank I need in the box based on what this says right here. Once I find the blank, I'll click this, reminding myself that we have the shirt in stock and we're able to print the shipping label. So I will show you guys kind of that process right now. Boxes are open and now I go on my hunt for all of the shirts that I need. So like I showed you, the first order that we had open was for a 3XL labor and delivery crew neck. I'm just gonna look through the box and try to find it. Here it is, 3XL pink. So now that I found it, I literally just set it right here. And that box I showed you earlier, I'm gonna just mark it with a check mark, which means that I can now create a shipping label for this. I do them in batches, so I don't immediately print the shipping label now. I'm just gonna select it. And then at the end, I'm gonna print all of them at once. I have that selected, I found my shirt, and we're basically just gonna do this over and over until we run out of shirts that are in those 2 boxes right there. This is like kind of a lot of shirts and I'm gonna split them up. So just to be a little less overwhelming, I don't want to make this stack like absolutely massive and stress myself out and just have a massive stack of shirts. So I'm gonna kind of cut it in two. I'm gonna print these orders and we're gonna go back and do the other half that's still remaining in this box. Like obviously you can do all of them at one time, but personally, I kind of like to just split it up. Show you guys my computer and we're going to print the shipping labels. Turned on my press, it's heating up right now, and then we'll get to pressing these. Okay, back to the laptops. I have selected 21 orders and these are all of the orders that I just pulled the shirts for. There were a few that I honestly couldn't find, so I had to just leave them blank for now until I get those shirts in. I have another box that's supposed to be arriving today, so I'm assuming those shirts are going to be in the box coming today. But I did select what I could and what I had. So once I have everything selected, I'll just go to this create shipping labels. And then right here, I'm able to choose my shipping service, and I've changed all of my things to USPS ground because it's the cheapest. And then I just go here, select all my orders, and then I'm gonna buy my shipping labels. So I'm just gonna click the print button, make sure I'm printing to my Rolo, it's the correct paper size, nothing's cut off, and then I'm gonna hit print. Please ignore the cords under my desk. I moved my chair so I could film this YouTube video, and it looks a little bit gnarly under there, so we're just gonna focus on the Rolo and ignore those ugly cords. Okay, we have our 21 orders and now we're gonna go press all of these and do it all again. Oh, this is the important part. We selected our orders in a certain order, I guess you would say. I would grab the shirt, select the order, grab the shirt, select the order. The shipping labels printed out in the same order that we selected those. So what I'm going to do, I have my big long thing of orders. I'm going to keep them connected and I'm going to find the last printed shipping label. We're not going to start at the beginning because the first shirt that we printed and the first shirt that we grabbed is at the bottom of this stack. So we want to start with the last shirt we grabbed and work our way down. Here's the last order that we printed is an OBGYN Doodles crew neck in medium blue. This is a medium blue. We're gonna work backwards here. And so what I do for this is I keep them connected and I have this little hook right here on my pegboard. And I literally just hang it up right there from the last order. And now these are upside down and all connected still. Just leave them in a pile on the ground here. And now we're gonna work our way down and backwards. I'm gonna grab this, grab my first order. We already know what it is, an OBGYN for Doodles crew neck in medium blue. I'm gonna hang this back up so I don't lose my spot. Clip right here is gonna be hanging up orders that we have either completed or we're working on. So I'm gonna hang this up to know what I need to make. Again, OBGYN medium blue crew neck. So I'm gonna grab this, we're gonna go to the press and we're gonna start pressing. Okay, shirt is pressed and done. Once it's finished, fresh off the press, I grab these little bins that I have. Doesn't have to be nicely, but I kind of just fold these and plop them right in. We are going to fill this basket with all of our pressed shirts. And now I just do this process over and over again. And this one is a Labradoodles crew neck in a large blue spruce. And this is a large blue spruce crew neck. So yeah, we're gonna work our way down this pile. I'll do like a little time lapse and then we'll do our second batch of orders. All of the shirts are pressed, but this entire thing is filled with pressed shirts. And now we're gonna do our next batch. A lot of my orders are from TikTok Shop, but I do have my website still open and I get orders through there as well. So kind of apply this process to both TikTok Shop and Shopify because I'm fulfilling orders on both platforms. I know there's ways that you can attach your TikTok like to your Shopify, but in order to sync your orders, you have to do shipped by seller and TikTok, which kind of eliminates some of the incentives that they offer for for discounted shipping or discounts on your products in general. Instead of syncing my Shopify and TikTok shop, I kind of just have them both separate. But with that being said, I still need to fulfill both TikTok shop orders and Shopify orders in a timely manner. So we just went through and did all of our TikTok shop orders. Now I'm going to log into my Shopify. We're going to go through those orders and do the same thing. Then anything that we have left over, which we shouldn't because I order literally based on what the customer orders, we will just fulfill any remaining orders. So let's go through our Shopify orders and see what we have to fulfill there. Okay, round 2, this is it. We just have to make these ones, then we can get to tagging, folding, and bagging all of these. Okay, all of the shirts are pressed. Now we just need to tag them, fold them, and package them up. But I wanted to show you guys, this is the Labradoodles crew neck, and you guys will see when we're folding and packaging that this is what a majority of my orders were for. Yeah, there's a lot in here. I wanted to share that this Doodles collection has been doing very, very well on TikTok, but it has recently just taken itself to the next level. So for my most recent release, I did lab, NICU, and like emergency EMS paramedic. And the lab one, I ended up posting a video like a couple days before I was going on the cruise that I talked to you guys about. And that video I think is at like over 400,000 views, but I ended up getting over 100 orders for that shirt like a couple days before I had to leave for my vacation. So I was like, oh my god, what have I done to myself? I was just like down here pressing, packing, making all of these lab shirts. But as soon as I opened my shop back up, I got like 20 orders immediately for it. It has slowed down a little bit just because the video is not like going crazy right now, but still a majority of my orders like 2 weeks later are still for these lab crew necks. Okay. Enough boring you with my story. We are gonna go tag all of these, fold them, and package them up. So now that all of the shirts are folded, we just have to match them up with their shipping labels and then we can start packaging them. I have all of my shipping labels that we hung up in the stack that were done. So they've remained in the exact order that we pressed them. And when we folded them, remember, we kept them in that same order. So the goal is to be able to start on our first shipping label that we have here, and it should go in order. So these should all be lined up in the exact order that they're printed here. And we're just going to go through and we're going to make sure, because sometimes it can get a little bit wonky, but for the most part, it's pretty straightforward. This just helps me match them easier than if it was like a whole stack of labor and delivery and a whole stack of lab and I had to be peeling shirts off of one another to get the correct size and all this stuff. So we're just going to continue matching these, and then once we're done, we'll package them, and that will kind of be like our third check to really make sure that these are the correct orders with the correct shipping labels. Then we will order some more shirts. We're getting there. We are almost done. once I've ran out of shirts and I package everything up, I know that these are going to be the only orders that I'm fulfilling today because I don't have any more shirts to press. So once I know this is the end of it for the day, I print my manifests. They're little sheets of paper that have all of these packages on them, but for one single barcode. So when you go to the post office, the postal worker just has to scan this barcode, and all of these packages are scanned in instead of having to individually scan each one. So this is super helpful for the postal workers and just saving yourself and them some time. So I always try to print these. I have two here. One is for my Shopify orders and one is for my TikTok shop orders. So I will do a post office run tomorrow morning. But now that everything is packaged and I know that I had everything to fulfill the orders that we printed today, now we're gonna order some more shirts for tomorrow. Now for ordering shirts, I honestly think this might be the most important part. So I order all of my blanks from S&S Activewear. They sell blanks at wholesale pricing, so you do have to have an account. I think you have to have a tax ID or a business ID. When I order from S&S Activewear, usually before like 1 p.m., they will ship my order that day and I will get it the following day. So that's why I try to get out all of my orders in the morning. And then at the end of this whole thing that we just did here, when I order more shirts, I try to make sure it's before 1 p.m. because I will get my shirts next day. I'm lucky because I live in Philadelphia, so they have a warehouse in Reading, Pennsylvania, which is like, I think 40 minutes away. Now that we're done with this, we're gonna hop on the S&S Activewear website and we're gonna order some more blanks, and those should be arriving tomorrow since we're ordering them before 1 p.m. Okay, I'm going to show you guys how I order my shirts to keep track of it. So I created this spreadsheet on Google Sheets, which just has like my crew necks and t-shirts and then the different color options and sizes. Now I will just go through my listings and I'll do a little tally based on what I need for all of my outstanding orders. Okay, so I just went through my list that we had on our little spreadsheet there, and I just ordered everything based on what I need to fulfill these next orders. So I'm gonna go ahead and place this, and it should arrive by tomorrow. Well, thank you guys for joining me today. I know it can be kind of stressful to want to sell on TikTok Shop, but not knowing like how you're gonna meet that deadline, especially because you do have to ship your packages within 3 days. But this has worked for me, and honestly, if you're like a little late shipping your packages, it gives you a countdown with a big red button, but it's not like once you receive that big red button, your order is going to be immediately canceled. Like, they do give you a little grace period, but I just try to stay on top of it because one, it boosts your shop, and two, I just don't want the risk of a canceled order. Anyways, this process has worked for me. Like I said in the beginning, if you guys have any interventions or anything that you think would work better for me, please comment and let me know, because this is a one-woman show. I kind of just came up with this on my own after this trial and error, I guess. If you guys have any questions, please drop them below in the comments and I will try to answer them as quickly as possible. And if you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Definitely hit that subscribe button for more small business content, and I will see you guys soon. Bye!